I'm 21 years old, and in the past 3 months, I've made close to $50,000. And this video is not about some flashy business model or how to become a millionaire overnight. It's about a legitimate remote position that can make you more money than you currently make from anywhere you want in the world in less time. Because here's what nobody tells you. You don't need to be rich. You just need to make enough money to live your dream life. And for most people, that's 5 to 10K per month. I make anywhere from 15 to 20K a month working 3 to 4 hours a day. Last month, I was in Portugal. The month before that, I was in Japan. Before that, Tenerife. And now I'm chilling in Thailand. I wake up, I hit the gym, I work for a bit, and then I'm done. I don't own a business. I don't have employees, no headaches, literally just a remote position that pays me based on performance. And what I'm gonna show you in this video is exactly how you can get one of these remote positions, making 5 to 10K a month from wherever you want in the world without building a business or grinding for years on end with no results. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how this works and how you can get one of these positions for yourself. Let's be real about what most people actually want. They don't want to be Elon Musk. They don't want to be billionaires. All they want is enough money to live comfortably and not have to constantly worry about bills and late payments. For most people, that's going to be anywhere from 5 to 10 to 15K a month. That's it. And truth is, you do not need to build a business to get there. The problem with most people online is they want to sell you this idea that you need to start a business to actually get rich and live your dream life. But the truth is, building a business comes with headache, overheads, employees, and a lot of complex stuff that you don't have the skill set to manage. Truth is, only 5% or less of businesses actually succeed in the long run. Even successful businesses end up owning you. The truth is, you're dependent on your clients, on your employees, and everything in between. So you're switching from one prison, the 9 to 5, to a different one. It's not worth it. The reason appointment setting is so powerful is because someone has already built that foundation. They've built the business for you. All you do is you come in, you provide value for 4 to 10 hours a day, depending on what you want to do, and you get paid. And again, you can do this from anywhere you want in the world. The problem with most remote positions, whether it's VA work, freelancing, or customer service, is that you're hunting clients down to have a capped pay anyways. You're gonna be making $15 to $20 an hour max, and you're gonna be working your ass off for 8 to 10 hours a day to make a decent income. What I'm about to teach you is about a performance-based position where you can make anywhere from 5 to 15K a month, working with businesses that are already making millions of dollars with no income ceiling and on a part-time schedule. But before I do any of that, who am I to teach you anything about this? And why am I qualified to actually explain to you what this is? Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Arthur, I'm 21 years old. And 3 years ago, I went to college and I freaking hated it. I tried every single thing I could to break free. SMMA, trading, drop shipping, you name it. I spent over $3,000 on courses and saw no results until I stumbled into appointment setting. I struggled. But in my first few months, I was able to get to 10K a month very, very quickly, and my life completely changed. Now I'm able to make 15 to 20K a month, working from anywhere in the world, working a few hours a day. My life right now is genuinely what I used to dream of. I wake up whenever I want, by the way. I go have coffee with loved ones or my friends. Then I go hit a gym session. I go to the sauna. I go get a massage. Then I probably work for a few hours. Then I go have lunch at a very nice restaurant with my friends. Again, I work for 1 or 2 hours in the afternoon. I have dinner in a sick sushi place that I love to go to. And then I just do whatever I want for the rest of the evening. What I love about this is that I have true freedom. First of all, location. I was in Japan, now I'm in Thailand. Next month, I'm gonna be in Vietnam, and I could literally be wherever the hell I want. I don't have to choose a specific place to work from. I can do it wherever I want in the world. I can work from cafes, hotels, the beach, because I don't have anything to deal with. No meetings, no team, no management. It's me and my phone, and that's all I need. But I'll be honest, you're not gonna become a millionaire with this overnight. Well, most probably you're not going to become a millionaire with this at all, but you're going to make more money than what you need to live the life that you've always dreamed of. If you could make 5 to 10K a month, would that not make a huge difference to the current situation that you're in right now? And compared to starting a business, you have no overhead. Every single dollar you put in your pocket is pure profit. You can spend it however you'd like. And truth be told, this is always what I wanted. I never cared about making millions of dollars from a young age or grinding my ass out to make more money. I just wanted freedom and being able to choose what I did with my time. So some of you might be asking, why does this opportunity exist right now? Why are businesses begging me to hire appointment setters for their companies? So when you look at successful coaches or companies, they all have one massive bottleneck. They need qualified sales calls on their calendars in order to make money. They're very good at fulfilling their service. They're very good at creating content and doing marketing, but they need people to get on those calls to actually generate any revenue. But they don't have the time to go through all of their DMs or the leads and people that are interested in purchasing what they have to sell. You have to realize that business owners are already overwhelmed as shit with all they have to do: sales, admin work, marketing, operations. So even if they wanted to, they wouldn't have the time to do the appointment setting themselves. The problem right now in the market is there's a massive shortage of people who are good at doing this. 90% of the people trying are terrible. Most of them quit after 2 weeks. They get terrible training. They have no idea how to do it. I personally have worked with over 75 coaches in businesses and growing it up to 100. And most of them need 1 to 3 people to do this for them in a consistent, good way. But they just can't find enough qualified people. And the cool thing here is, compared to the normal job market, you're not competing against thousands of people for one job. Because if you're properly trained, you're actually gonna get hired very, very easily. Because the truth is, most of these business owners, they only hire on referrals. They only hire people who get recommended from someone within their network. But the truth is, most people get into this and they start reaching out to businesses on Instagram, but 99% of them don't even reply. With my approach, you'll be the only applicant actually getting into these roles. And I'll personally refer you to business owners who need people to do this. All right, let's talk now. What is this actual opportunity? Let me break it down in a 3-step system. Step 1, connect with interested people. Businesses and creators have Instagram accounts with loads of engagement. A lot of people who are interested and like their posts, comment, follow their page, but those people will never take action on their own. So you message them and you start a conversation. So your day-to-day reality would look like logging into their Instagram, sending messages to new followers, having genuine conversations with these people for a few hours a day, depending on how much you want to work. And that's it. What you're not doing is you're not creating content, you're not creating funnels, you're not running ads, you're not managing a team, you're not doing any of that bullshit. A usual conversation would be pretty straightforward. You'd send an opener, you'd start chatting with them, you'd build rapport, you dig into their pain, understand why they're in the situation they're in right now, and then you'd build from there. You would see if they're interested, see if they're actually a good fit for what you have. See how you're not selling anything to anyone, you're just connecting them. Step 2, qualify the right people. Most people are not going to be qualified for what you have to sell. Some of them don't have money, some of them don't have time, some of them are tire kickers. Your job is to filter those people out. So how do you qualify them? You ask about their current situation, you dig into their pain, you dig into their financial situation, and you make sure they're an actual good fit. And that's where your value comes in. Businesses don't want to waste time on unqualified calls. They want to speak to people who are ready to invest, they know what the product is, and all they have to do is go on there and convince them to buy. Step 3, the best one, book them for a call. This is the simplest step of all. If they're a good fit, you propose a call, you send them a booking link, and you have them book a time for when it works. What happens next is you confirm the appointment, you send them a reminder for the call, and you send them a video to watch and get their takeaways on it. After that, the closer gets on the call and handles the sale from there. You get paid when that person goes on the call and pays. You can get anywhere from 5 to 10% commission on a 10 to 15K sale. So you're gonna be getting minimum 300 to 500 or more per closed deal. So let's do some simple math here. If you're booking 2 to 3 calls a day and one of them closes a day, which is below industry standard, that's already $1.5 to $2,000 a week you're making on commission. That's anywhere from $6,000 to $12,000 a month. And this is called appointment setting. All you're doing is connecting interesting people to businesses. It's called the connector economy. You're the bridge between someone who's in pain and the solution for that pain. It's all you're doing. The reason this works is the hard part is already done. Building the business, the funnels, the content, the product. You're skipping 90% of the work, and all you focus on is that last little connecting bit, and you focus only and solely on that. You might have also seen a lot of other remote positions out there. VA work, freelancing, but this one is different. First of all, there's no income ceiling. Most other positions get you paid on an hourly rate. Here, you're making fat commission checks on each deal that closes. The more you work, the more money you can make. There's even some people making over 20K a month with no cap because they start managing other setters. The second thing is the demand is very high, but the supply is so low. Every single person selling a course or any type of service online needs a good setter, but there's a shortage of actual people who can do this in a very clean manner, which just means if you go into this, you have all the leverage. Then the next thing is businesses need you, not the other way around. That's why you have all the leverage. They can't find people to do this well for them. So if you have the skill set, you become highly valuable. And the speed in which you can get results with this is insanely better than any other thing, whether it's starting a business or trying to learn a different skill. In your first few weeks, you could start seeing commission checks pop up. Starting a business would take you at least 3 months of learning all the skills, then 3 more months to actually set up everything, and then maybe 1 or 2 years to actually figure out everything and start making money. With this, you could get trained in 6 to 7 days, get placed on the roll in the next 4 days, and by day 11, you're actually making money with this skill. This lifestyle is literally the dream. You're making enough to travel, you work from wherever you want, and you have all the time in the world to do the things you actually enjoy. This is the dream. Not billions, just freedom. But if I'm being 100% honest, seeing results for myself didn't give me the confidence to actually help other people. When I started seeing my students' results, that's when I knew this could be different. Tommy is a great example. He literally started from a broke college dropout making zero money. In his first few months, got to 2-3K a month, and after a year, he was easily making 7K a month on an e-commerce coaching offer. And now he travels the world with me full time. Joe is another good example. He started making $0. He was in the UK stacking shelves and in uni. He decided to drop out, and now he's making 5K a month as a setter, and he's in Thailand with me right this second. And I could probably give you 4, 5, maybe 10 or 20 more of these examples, but I don't need to. Because the truth is, there's a pattern here. None of these guys are billionaires, but they're all making enough money to travel the world, they work part-time, and they have true freedom. So you might be watching this and thinking, how do I actually get into this? What can I do to get in this position? So you're gonna need 2 things. Number 1, the right training. Not just information, training. You need to learn how to qualify people, how to build rapport with them, and how to place the call as the logical next step. This is what separates a $3 an hour VA from the people making 10 to 20K a month as appointment setters. Number 2 is gonna be connection to the right offers. You can't just be colding DM businesses on Instagram. That's never gonna work. You need to be vouched for and connected to the business owners by someone who they really trust. The reason most people fail is they try to figure it out alone. They don't have the right training and they can't get connected to good offers. So they end up on shitty offers, if that. What I've been doing is I've been training people one-on-one, in depth and highly personalized to make sure they get the skill set. Then I connect them to one of my 75 plus business owner friends who need setters, and I make sure they get hired on the spot. The placement process with me is so simple. I look at which business owners need setters. I look at their interests, if they're more into fitness or business. I put them both in a WhatsApp group. They hop on a 30-minute call and they get hired. And the proof that my training is good is that all these business owners trust me. They never interview anyone else. They hop on the call with my setter and they place him. So here's exactly what I'm doing. I'm running a one-on-one mentorship where I'm giving you all the tools and the systems and the placement so that you can start making money as an appointment setter. So here's what you'd get. First of all, complete training. Everything you need, from frameworks, scripts, templates, and all the one-on-one training I'm gonna give you so that you actually crush it as a setter. you're gonna have to have the skill. That's the most important part. Number 2 is gonna be systems to practice. I've literally built an AI bot for you to practice DM setting and or phone setting within my community so that you can go in and literally just practice for 24 hours a day without needing a human if you want to. Practicing the skill is one of the most important points. You're never gonna get hired if you've never had an actual conversation. You're gonna be able to get reps plus feedback fairly quickly from me so that you can become world class in your first few days in the training. You're also gonna get direct access to me and my team. We're gonna do one-on-one calls. You're gonna have access to us to ask questions via Discord every single day if you need to. And you're gonna get, most of all, personalized advice from people who've been doing this for years. After that, you're gonna get guaranteed placement. This is one of the most important parts. I'm gonna connect you to one of the business owners that needs a setter, and you're gonna get hired on the spot. This is valuable because most setters fail because they can't get a good role. With me, that's a guarantee. You also get a private community of like-minded setters who are all making either good money or starting out in the space and are hungry to make it, just like you. You can ask questions, get feedback, build a real network. We also do weekly calls where we get high-level guests on, setters making 20K a month, people managing huge teams collecting over $1 million a month in cash. And you can get all that knowledge just by hopping on a 1-hour call with us. And the most important part for me is ongoing support. Even after you're placed, I'm gonna keep working with you to make sure that you actually scale as far as you can as an appointment setter. The only problem I have is I, Arthur, also only have 24 hours in my day. So I can't do this for everyone and anyone. I can only let 5 to 10 people a month in because I'm working with you one-on-one and placing you with someone who values my reputation highly. So I need to make sure you're actually vouched for and you can do a good job. So let me just be clear about who this is for and who this isn't for. This is not for people looking to get rich quick. This is not for people who are not coachable. This is not for people who give up on stuff after 2 weeks of barely trying. This is for people who are coachable, people who are willing to work for a long-term goal. People who are good at communicating. People who are actually committed to putting in the work. People who want to make 5 to 10 to 20K a month, but not looking to become a millionaire in the next year. People who are willing to learn a skill and who want to work part-time and travel and work remotely. This is an insane opportunity right now because the education industry online is growing massively. Each day you have new businesses born who need appointment setters. So now is the time to get into this. It's never going to be as big as it is right now. So if this sounds like you, here are the next steps. Go to the description, fill out the form on the link, and if you do qualify, you'll be able to book a call with my team to see if you're actually a good fit and if we can even help you in the first place. If you also have any questions, just DM me on Instagram at Arthur Setting. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have. You already know more than 99% of people about it. You know what appointment setting is, you know what it takes, and you know what it can give you. So you either see the opportunity or you don't. If you do, click the link below and apply to work with us. If you don't, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope I give you some value. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.